Hello, there is more wind and rain in the forecast, not only for the rest of the weekend, but indeed throughout the coming week. Sunday looks like this: heavy rain affecting many parts of the UK, windy weather across the south, lighter winds further north.
We look at this morning's weather. I bet he was very flush on his wedding day.
Morning.
Not quite, and it was much quicker as well. I think we're only about 4 or 5 months to prepare. That's not long enough, isn't it? Anyway, good morning to you both. Good morning as well. If you ever wanted a day just to hunker down under the duvet, sit on the sofa, watch a film, enjoy your Sunday roast, today's the day, I think, for many of you. Some heavy rain spreading across the country, and it's going to turn quite windy as well towards the south of the UK too. Just take a look at the big picture from space. There's clouds stretching all the way from the US coastline, and it's this which is developing air of low pressure spilling in towards us at the moment. But things actually turn milder as we go into the middle part of the week. Air rushing up on the northern edge of this high pressure system from mid-Atlantic. But we'll see this deep low spreading its way in. So the outlook through the middle part of the week, particularly Wednesday, Thursday, where we see some of the wettest, windiest, but also mildest conditions. Temperatures across the south could get into mid-teens. It turns colder later, but nowhere near as cold, of course, as we're seeing at the moment over in Beijing with the Winter Olympics. We've at last seen some real snowfall this weekend. That will continue through today. Does clear across in Beijing itself as we go through into the first part of next week. Maybe some more snow later on, but the big thing is going to be just how cold it is. These are daytime highs with the wind as well. It's going to feel much colder than that, rather than me. Back to you both.
Matt, did you say it's the first snow they've had for the Winter Olympics?
For this one, yeah, first real snow. It's all been artificial up to now, but at last they've seen something, well, wintry.
Oh, beautiful.
About time.
But cold with the wind. Thank you, Matt.
There we are. Hello, we're here. And speaking of the Winter Olympics, and we'll come on to that in just a moment.
Good afternoon. After what has been a fairly quiet year so far, things are about to change. Dry January was certainly a thing, but so far this February the rain's become more of a feature. And the rainfall chart for the week shows all of us are going to see some wet weather. Darkest colours with some greens in there showing the heaviest of the rain in the west. It's the Atlantic air that's going to dominate our weather this week.
A very good afternoon to you. Horribly windy and wet through the second half of the weekend. Just soaking this Sunday. Staying mostly frost-free tonight ahead of a colder day into tomorrow and the new week.
Hello there, good evening. After a bit of a damp and breezy day today, more rain to come over the next few days.
Good evening. If I could give you one piece of advice for the week ahead, it would be to stay in touch with the forecast, because there is a lot of weather coming our way. Not only more heavy rain, some mild weather midweek, but it's the stormy weather that's expected to arrive from midweek onwards that gives us greatest cause for concern. And this, of course, follows what has been a really soggy Sunday. This is the radar picture. Rain for just about all of us away from the far north of Scotland. That rain clinging on across the southeast through this evening and tonight. Rain bending back in across Scotland, Northern Ireland, getting down into northwest England and parts of Wales through the night. Now, for the middle of the week, things really step up a gear, and it's thanks to the jet stream. The winds high above our heads, high up in the atmosphere. The jet stream winds expected to reach more than 200 miles per hour this week. That gives a lot of energy to spin up deep areas of low pressure, and that is exactly what we're going to see. This one moving in as we get into Wednesday is set to bring some very, very windy weather indeed. Some wet weather too, frontal systems pushing in from the west, so we'll see outbreaks of heavy rain splashing southeastwards. It's a southwesterly wind, so this is going to bring some really mild air. Northern Ireland, England and Wales seeing temperatures on Wednesday well above where they should be, 12 to 15 degrees. But it is the winds that are the most concerning feature. And during Wednesday night, this is the centre of the low pressure passing to the north of Scotland. The white lines, the isobars squeezing together a swathe of gales quite widely we're expecting for the north of the UK, but potentially severe gales, even some stormy conditions in some exposed northwestern areas. We will be keeping a close eye on that one. Thursday stays windy. It's a sunshine and showers day, wintry showers in the north, and it will feel a little cooler for many of us by this stage. So there is already a Met Office yellow warning in force across the northern half of the UK, northern England, parts of Northern Ireland, Scotland. For Wednesday night into Thursday, the risk of damage, travel disruption, gusts potentially reaching 90 miles per hour. And that may not be the end of the story either, because as we get into Friday, there's another potentially very deep area of low pressure that's expected to pass close to the UK. At this range, the details could well change. We're not pinning the windiest weather in any particular place just yet, but there is the potential for severe gales, again, possibly stormy conditions. The winds could be really very strong and damaging indeed. The potential for rain, maybe snow in the north. Temperatures, quite academic really, 4 to 11 degrees. It is the winds that give greatest cause for concern later this week. Some stormy conditions. Keep in touch with the latest forecast on our website.